Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me, Lacus Aquite, still here in prison. I don't think we're ever gonna come out of prison, guys. It's pain. I don't know what the guardsmen are doing. I don't know what's with all these odd jobs that they're sending me out on. It's 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 like an actual murder party. It's an actual murder party. They're just calling the numbers and using me to do it. It's pain. It's pain. Anyway, hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing okay so far. Merchant mental breakdown. Merchant mental breakdown. But yeah, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well this morning. I'm doing swell. Swell. Like my head is swelling, but we're okay. I'm okay. But yeah, not too much going on. Well, this afternoon for me so far. Except the fact that I forgot to eat before starting stream again. Before starting stream again, I forgot. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. It's also a little bit weird starting up stream after streaming last night. After streaming that late last night for me. But it's what it is. This is what my usual stream time would be. For the weekends anyway. For the weekends anyway. So, I really hope you're all doing okay. Because I'm doing okay so far, and because of the new Genshin Impact update, I've been playing a bit of Genshin Impact this morning. Probably a little bit too much. Probably a little bit too much, but you know, it's what it is. It's Genshin Impact. Also got down to actually watching the second episode of Arknights today, which was really nice. I wasn't expecting to see Mephisto so early, but then again, he did appear in the story this early, around this time for the beginning missions. So yeah, that felt nice seeing him in like animated and voiced, at least for this part, because he's well, we all, if anyone's played the Arknights mobile game, we all know that he's well a deranged psychopath. A deranged psychopath, but relatively calming. Not relatively calming, but acts relatively calm. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, we also got to see Niall that episode, and I honestly didn't think that they would pronounce her name that way, but I guess that's how they pronounce her name for her character. I honestly thought it was just Nerl, just replace the P in Pearl, you know, that kind of thing. Hey, Dark Rebel. Hello, Morning Torture. What do you mean by Morning Torture? I don't know what you mean by that. I didn't torture anyone. I swear it. I swear it. It was the guards making me do that. They're having me call all those numbers. But yeah, hello, Dr. Rebel. How are you doing? How are you doing this? I believe it is now evening for you right now. I don't remember how late this evening, but I remember that it is evening for you. I think it is probably around the time that normal people usually sleep, which I am definitely beyond normal because I don't sleep very much. I don't sleep very much, and that's my own problem. But that is what it is. That's how it'd be for me because I got plenty of things that I'm trying to work on, and also playing games, playing games on the side of doing that as well. Ah, but yeah, today's gonna be well an interest in. I need to organize my thoughts and speech, otherwise my mouth moves faster than my mind, and that happens way too often. That happens way too often, honestly. I fell asleep on your stand slow. Woke up at 12 p.m. Was dead all day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. It yesterday was really not my usual stream time. It really wasn't because, you know, That is, well, work-related business that I had to take care of. All that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. Other than that, we're here. I'm here. This afternoon for me, etc. It's gonna be a little bit of an interesting day for me because, well, considering that I usually consider my weekends the free days of playing any kind of random game, I'm actually not entirely too sure what I want to play today. Actually, I mean, I already did kind of play Potionomics this week. Well, last time was kind of a bit of a makeup stream, actually, wasn't it? It was a bit of a makeup stream. I'm a little bit afraid to get back into it, considering how high my character's stress level was. The last I looked at that stress level, it was incredibly high. It's like, can I get that down within 10 in-game days? Because it looks kind of insane. It looks kind of insane. Maybe I think I might have a thinking game. Maybe a little bit, a little bit. I want to see about trying to play maybe single player games instead of multiplayer games on stream. But yeah, I don't know what to pick just yet. I'm not entirely too sure to pick what to pick out of my gigantic gargantuan size of games that I have available to me. Because I have probably the largest list of games since I was yeah, it's a lot of games. And most of these I still haven't played. Well, most of them I have played. However, finishing them was a different story. Wait, why do I have this? Oh wait, I think dedicated servers are available for everyone. Doesn't matter if they have the actual game or not. Right, right, right. Oh god, I definitely don't want to play a mobile game on stream, except for maybe Genshin Impact. Except for maybe Genshin Impact. But maybe I should avoid playing Genshin Impact on stream. That wouldn't be. I don't think that would be too fun to watch. That would be mostly me grinding on it. Probably mostly me grinding on it. Maybe doing a few story quests here and there. Probably doing a few story quests here and there. All that kind of fun stuff. Ooh. But I also did a bit of practice this morning with the violin as usual. But it wasn't anything too extensive. I was just going through the normal exercises of going through each note, going through each note on each string, and it was still sounding really nice. I am still having trouble with like one specific angle on the E string for some reason. Not entirely too sure why, since that's the very last string on the violin. So that one should be the easiest. The two hardest ones would be the two middle ones, the D string and the A string, since they're both right in the middle. And they need a specific angle not to accidentally hit both of them. Or rather, not accidentally hit like multiple of the strings, which, well, that's more angular work. And more, I really need to get the muscle memory down on it, because those are the two strings that I have the most issues with so far. At least in my opinion. Oh no, wait, no. I said that wrong. No, the E string is always the most difficult for me for some reason. The D and the A are fine. I don't know why I said it the other way. As you can see, I need to stop talking quicker than my mind, because I get mixed up like that a lot. I get mixed up like that a lot so often. It's I say things I don't mean to say. I say things I don't mean to say, and my words just kind of end up being jarbled, and as you can see, not the intended meaning, not the intended meaning that I have at all, at all. But that's just kind of how it is. That's just kind of how it is. Oh wait, hmm, wait, that's a game that I could play. I just never. Hmm. I just kind of forgot about that game existing, actually. And it would be, well, it's called Papers, Please, and that's, well, what you're basically doing in that game is that you're hmm, the border customs guard, and well, you are basically looking through everyone's paperwork. You're looking through everyone's paperwork and then making sure everyone can actually get into the country. Not entirely too sure if I want to actually play that one on stream yet, honestly, because that feels very mechanical. I'm in the mood for big jokes today, so hopefully you'll survive it with me. Oh, I'm sure I'll survive. I'm a pretty hardy merchant, and plus I got my bodyguard with me here. Yeah, see, friend is with me here. Friend is with me here, as you can see. Yes, as you can see. Wait. Hmm? Wait, guardsman, what are you doing? What about my friend? What about my friend? Wait, what do you mean it's his time to go? What do you mean it's his time to go? He's wait, you're actually gonna get out before me? Wait, hold on. Wait, wait, you're not actually going to leave me here, are you? I've paid you. I paid you to stay here. I paid you to say. Wait. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Mm, mm. Oh, well. I guess I'm alone now. Friend has been released from his prison. Friend has been released from his prison before I was. Oh, oh, that feels kind of bad, actually. That feels kind of bad, actually. I don't have a bodyguard anymore. Oh no. Oh no. Who's gonna protect me from every other inmate here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Why him and not me? Hello, Wolfie. Welcome to the stream. Glad you were able to make it today. Sorry about yesterday, by the way. Well, couldn't really make it. Well, I did stream like late night last night, technically. But that's something I couldn't really help with. I was, work obligations kind of called me in for that emergency meeting. I couldn't really help that one. It's okay. Can't join my streams because of first and stuff. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm glad that you're able to join in today, though. You're good. Glad you're here today, though. But yeah, you just missed the part where friend just got released before me. Friend just got released before I did. That feels kind of bad. I'm doing great so far. A little bit weird for me since I literally just started stream so quickly after the last one, since last one was last night. But this is like my usual time to stream on the weekends anyway, so yeah, doing well so far. I hope you're doing well too. I really hope you're doing well too. If not, hey, sit back and relax because we're all here now, right? We're all here now. We can sit back and relax and take your mind, take a load off. Take a load off things. Still no, sadly. Well, for now, sit back and relax and take a load off for sure. Like this morning, I was doing a bit of Genshin Impact. Well, off-stream stuff, and then I actually caught up with watching the latest episode of Arknights today, which is episode 2, which features, well, Mephisto and Nerl. Nerl. Yes, that's how they say her name. Nerl. I think we started stream when I was 5 in the morning. Yeah, it was like 5 in the morning for you. Yeah, I really wanted to make sure that I streamed that day instead of like canceling it outright. Me. It's what it is. First time streaming that late. I stopped playing R6 and the flat mission. Oh, did you actually end up making it to flat? Or nah? Or not? I changed the Apex. Ah. I still actually haven't played Apex yet, and I know yesterday everyone was kind of going wild with League of Legends Worlds 2022 tournament, and I watched a little bit of that. R6 is hard, like really hard. Oh yeah, I know. The way that sound works in Rainbow Six Siege is also a bit different. It's not really fully directional. It is directional, but the sound actually like bounces off the wall. So if you're not familiar with that, it's really hard to adjust. You get shot by your teammates every 2 games. I feel that. I feel that actually. I had I had that happen so many times too. Uh, it's one of the reasons why I ended up tending to use drones. I ended up tending to use drones a lot in Rainbow Six Siege in order to like find the enemies first and then mark them, and mark the general area just to make sure and know where they are generally. You deranked from silver to copper in 1 day. Oh, that's painful. That's actually really painful. Well, one thing for sure, like the best way to like kind of deal with that, is really just to, if you start to feel like you're having like a bit of a losing streak, is just like you needed to like just stop playing for that day. In no time, also I got almost 20 kills every game. Nice, nice, nice. There's like about there's about so it's definitely my teammates. Well, there's only like 5 operators or so like per match. It's like best out of I can't remember. It's like best out of 3, and it just kind of switches over. I can't remember the full details of like Rainbow Six Siege's game loop because it's been a while since I played. Since it's been a while since I played Rainbow Six Siege. Also, like 2 deaths each game, and that's thanks to my teammates. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. It happens. Like people are like really, really trigger happy, and then they end up like shooting you in the back by accident. A lot of times, like my issue with that, I ended up going in front of their gun, and then they unload their magazine like behind me, and that's kind of my own fault though. That's kind of my own fault for well, kind of moving into their line of fire, and that's my own fault. That's completely my own fault. Apex for also gold already, so it's not going to take you too long to get flat. Then it shouldn't take you too long to get flat from an Apex. I think. I think anyway. If you're already gold in Apex, you already have like the potential to actually get to flat. They don't do it by accident. They just aim for my head and shoot. Isn't there like an automatic kick system for that? I'm pretty sure there's like an automatic kick system for if they shoot their teammates too often. I know that's happened to a couple of my teammates in like random games where if they decide to kill your team, they just yeah, roughly around there. But still, that's a lot. That's like you're out for like literally 3 games, and it still affects your rank because they don't have a way to like really prevent that in ranked. At least I think they don't. I could be wrong. I have not played ranked in Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, yeah. Apex is 10 times better in that point. Yeah. One day I'll get into Apex. One day. Maybe not today, but one day. Well, actually, maybe I should try it today, but I have no one to actually play it with. Yeah. Let's not do that today. I'm not gonna do that today. I don't feel like dying massively and horribly, and being a massive burden to whoever drops in with me. Yeah, sure. It would probably be a horrible experience for you, though. It would probably be a horrible experience for you. Okay, but other than that, now if you and I'm gold, it probably puts us in a lower lobby. Well, I don't think ranked. It doesn't, rank's not immediately available in Apex, is it? Yeah, I don't think it's immediately available in Apex, so it would definitely be public games. Well, not really public, but like normal casual matchmaking games, which will have a grab bag of everyone. I don't know how Apex Legends works in matchmaking. I imagine they just group up like anyone that's in the queue. I imagine they group up anyone that's in the queue. So I imagine it won't be there'll be various skill levels, that's for sure. It'll be various skill levels, that's for sure. Oh wait, that's right. I have La Mulana. Hmm. I'm also kind of scared of that game because it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. And then I still have Mavinogi installed, even though I haven't played Mavinogi in like forever. And I don't think anyone wants to yeah, casually get anyone from news to Preds, aka top 750 players in the world. And yeah, I imagine. I can imagine that would be very painful. Well, at that point though, it would be kind of normal because if they had like normal matchmaking in that kind of game, like sometimes those people will never actually ever get games. Sometimes they will never actually get games, and I remember hearing like horror stories in regards to like other friends playing League of Legends, and they're literally like back then it would be like old version. Well, it would be considered what would be considered challenger in today's ranking, and they would have to wait like maybe 1 to 2 hours to get like an actual ranked game, an actual ranked game, and it's kind of painful for them. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. How they strive to like go that far. I mean, I know it's like more or less just like self improvement, just to see them get high in the ranks. Oh, all that kind of good stuff. But to wait that long in queue for a game, it's kind of insane to me. It is kind of insane to me. It's like at that point, are you even playing the game anymore? You're mostly just waiting for the queue to even go through. My goal is diamond for the season. There's 72 days left. Hey, you definitely got like a little bit over 2 months, 2 months and a half actually. So I think you can do it. You can definitely do it. Well, if I make it flat, I'm more than happy. Yeah, yeah. If you're gold right now, and if I recall, like most games put platinum like right after gold, you should be able to make it to gold. I believe in you, Wolfie. I definitely believe in you. If I make it to diamond, I get a dive trail. That must be nice, actually. Just get ranked rewards like that. I mean, like, I'm gold in Omega Strikers, and I have, like, the gold skin for Atlas, because it's, like, the gold reward. And, well, yeah, I can understand that. Like, it's nice having, like, extra stuff earned from, like, for actually trying in ranked. For actually trying your best in ranked and then gaining and growing in the game. Probably the best feeling in the world. It's, like, it definitely fulfills the sense of accomplishment, that's for sure. I wish Dark and Darker was back up, but the the game ugh, the test period for the game is currently offline. The test period for the game is offline for Dark and Darker, and I wish it wasn't. But they're from what I heard from the devs, they're really trying their best to make sure that game is actually good on release. So Dark and Darker gives me like some paranoia anxiety though, because every little sound sets me off. It's like, who's there? Who's there? Who's there? But I'm guessing that's like that for like any kind of battle royale game. And I know Dark and Darker has a mix of like literally Tarkov, literally Tarkov, and battle royale, since they have the enclosing circle. Tarkov being you can like leave with your gear and stash it away and all that stuff, and then bring gear in. And then bring gear in, which is kind of nice. But of course, you can also lose it immediately after dying. But that's just kind of how that kind of game is, though. In a way, it does like make you kind of try to like not die, but that also tends to have people just kind of like cowering in a corner in the dark forever and ever and ever. But that's kind of that's kind of just like the game. Anything with a battle royale kind of thing in it is, I guess, has those kind of things. Even though they tried their best to like prevent it, and you get a bad hologram and gun charm and golden flat. Nice, nice. They have gun charms? Huh. They have gun charms too, huh? I wonder if Apex will get an anime crossover just to have an anime gun charm. Because, like, why not? Like, why not? Something a little bit for the anime fans because not well, not everyone in the game is probably an anime fan. There are some that are. There are some that are, and I know like a couple friends that do play it. Like, definitely several other VTubers play it. Definitely several other. Oh, they have an anime crossover a few months ago. Oh, which anime actually, or was it like Dunkins? I see. I see. I found out my protective glass on my mobile phone is broken. I don't know what or one. Hmm. Well, at least it is the protective glass and not like the actual inner glass of your phone. So, hey, it certainly did its job. That's for sure. I've actually never had my glass screen ever break on my phones, though. I'm like really really careful with like how I handle like all my tech because I like taking care of my products. I like taking care of my products. So, that's the normal thing a merchant will do. A normal thing a merchant will do. So it's like I've never actually like broken any of phone. I never dropped my phone. I've never dropped my controller. The only thing I've actually ever done that's kind of rough with technology is in VR where I can't see anything, and I've accidentally punched the wall with one of my VR controllers a long, long time ago, and it it still worked. There was also nothing rattling on the inside, so if anything, I probably did more damage to the wall than the actual controller because it was like no cracks at all, which I was impressed with. So the build quality on those VR controllers were actually pretty good, minus the sticks though. The Valve Index, the Valve Index sticks have a bit of an issue. At least in the first ones that I've ever had, they had like they were easily successful to like stick drift. I once threw him against the wall in anger from a game and survived. And once he fell down my stairs, oh no, the poor phone. No, no, no abusing your products. Your products are your friend. Your products are your friend because one day, one day, especially if you have an iPhone, it's actually worth like a lot of money on like auction sites because I remember someone sold like one of their first generation iPhones on eBay. So they probably got that phone for like maybe around, I don't even remember how expensive iPhones were back then actually. So it's like maybe around $500. That's my lowball guess for a first generation iPhone, and they sold it on eBay for about like $24,000, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good for like a really really old phone, just to use it, just to sell it as kind of like a collectible, which is silly because it's old technology. It's you would you would think that wouldn't go for that much, but people do collect these kind of things, and they will pay that they'll pill. Why did I say pill? They will pay a lot of money for old products. Apples. I have a Samsung, and all my friends who have Apples hate me because I say it's a terrible type of mobile phone. I mean, yes, yes, no. Honestly, both Apple and Android are both pretty good. They're just used for it's a different system for each one. Samsung's always good because they try their best to like match the Apple quality, at least for the most part, they try to match Apple's quality within the confines of like Android. They are both good brands, though. They are both good brands. However, Apple comes with their awful premium price and their expensive, like very expensive, very expensive actually. I'm uh I'm actually surprised I got mine currently for like very cheap, and I made sure to like take care of it, open it up, and fix up a couple things. I fixed up a couple things, made it nice and brand new. Made my iPhone nice and brand new. Like I have both a Samsung S21 and an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have both these phones. I have both. Honestly, I could probably live with just one. But honestly, I kind of do need like both. One is definitely used for business. The other one's definitely personal phone because I I tried. I tried to have one phone number for all my needs from personal and business, and then it kind of got like really annoying. It kind of got really annoying, so then I actually need to opt for like two phones and two different phone numbers for personal and business. For personal and business because getting business calls on your personal phone is it's a pain. It's a pain. And boy, you get a lot of business calls sometimes. You get a lot of business calls. My friend one time said this is the same argument as the argument that pineapple does not belong on pizza. Well, you know, I'm not gonna say anything about that because for me, I don't mind either way. Like I will eat it either way because it's food. Because it's actually cooked food and it's not like absolutely in the garbage or waste and all that kind of stuff. So like I myself, while it's not my favorite, it is definitely not my favorite kind of pizza. If there's pineapple on pizza, I'm not going to take it off. That'd be a waste of food at that point. I'll still eat the pineapple on the pizza. It might be an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I kind of am. I was basically raised in a restaurant, so if I'm going to bed, I want to say hello and how things are going. All right. Have a good night, Wolfie. Have a good night. Glad you were able to make it in today just for a little bit, and that's fine. I'm glad that you always were able to come by. All right. Have a good night's rest. Have a great rest, actually. Yep. And we'll get there eventually. I can guarantee you that. But yeah. Oh, um, I'll be right back real quick. I'll be right back. So, I'll try, but I can't promise, sadly. Hey, it's better to try than not try at all, right? It's best to try than not try at all because, well, what can you lose? Mm-hmm. All right. Have a good night, Wolfie. Anyway, I will be right back because I need to grab something real quick. I need to grab something really quick. So give me one moment. Give me one moment. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Just had to step out just for a little bit. food kind of arrived in the middle of the stream, so because I did order something. I did order something to eat, and I'm not really going to eat on stream, so because I don't think anyone wants to hear mouth chewing noises because, well, I don't do ASMR. I don't do ASMR, despite how my voice sounds. At least, I don't think people with my type of voice normally do ASMR anyway, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I am definitely not one that can do ASMR because I don't really have that kind of equipment for that kind of thing. plus plus I just don't do ASMR in the first place. I don't do ASMR in the first place. So but at the same time I don't really do much else either. I don't really do much else either. Like I will not like I'm pretty sure a couple of my friends would probably kill me if I ever did the boyfriend experience because I am definitely not qualified for the boyfriend experience. 100%. I mean, look. I'm in prison. I'm behind bars. Does that look like a good boyfriend to you? No, it doesn't. It does not. I did something that is probably bad. Well, in this case, I only sold like weird, funny named water, and that was it. That was it. Ah, yeah, yeah. And then, well, we all know how the story goes. Guards guards didn't like that I sold funny named water, and then they found other things from the Merchants Guild in my car, and then that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here behind these bars, and now I'm alone because friend got released before me. Friend got released before me. I can't believe it. Even though I paid him, even though I promised to pay him, that just makes it sound like I didn't actually pay him in the first place, does it? Does it? No, I did pay him. I did pay him. I paid him with the time of my company. That counts, right? That counts, right? And they stuck around for quite a while in my own cell, after all, even though they were able to freely phase in and out of the bars like some kind of ghost. In fact, I don't know why they didn't escape in the first place, but that's just how it is. But now that they're released, they seem to be gone now. So I don't understand. I think it doesn't matter if you are behind bars or not. You are our friend. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, one day. Oh, speaking of like other things that I was, speaking of other things I was working on, I did make some more progress with like some of the blend shapes, so that's coming along just fine. The project that I'm doing is coming along just fine, and I'm hoping to show you guys all one day. One day, hopefully soon, actually. Hopefully very soon. Because I really want to do this bit. I want to make sure that everyone can also enjoy it. Enjoy it on my stream here. You know, that kind of thing. Ah, yeah. It's going to be a fun bit. I think it's going to be a fun bit. So I really do hope that when that time comes, and I am ready to show everyone that, I do hope that each and every one of you enjoys it as well, because that'll be a thing. That'll definitely be a thing. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, yes. I wish you a good appetite. Mm-hmm. Yes, I will definitely be eating eventually. Not on stream. Not on stream. I don't think anyone wants to wait for me to eat because, well, knowing me, knowing me, I would probably inhale the food just like kind of like a Monster Hunter in no, obviously a hunter in Monster Hunter that just eats like crazy fast. They just get like a giant plate of food, like sat right in front of them, and then they just start digging in to that food with their cat like immediately, and it doesn't take them too long to eat it. But you know, that's the easiest way to choke on food. That's the easiest way to choke on food, though. And choking on food's not fun. Choking on food's not fun because it's like supposed to be delicious, not supposed to kill you. Oh, food still kills you, especially if you have if you have an allergy to it. So far, I've been lucky to not have any kind of food allergies so far, but I could develop it in the future. But so far, I haven't had that kind of luck yet. So all foods are fair game to me still. All foods are still fair game to me. So like I know like a couple of our friends who have like peanut allergies, like their stomach would like start to really hurt, their throat kind of starts swelling, like and like my other friend who has a rice allergy, their throat starts to close up and they feel like they're getting stabbed in the stomach just from like a simple grain of rice. And well, that's just kind of how it is for them. They didn't used to be they didn't used to be allergic to rice, since I know they I know they cooked like a few good like Chinese dishes, like a good. I know they've made like fried rice and chow mein. I know they made fried rice and chow mein like a good couple of times, and that was like probably like a couple of years in the past though. It's like they started developing this rice allergy like sometime after COVID hit. I have to eat something for every stream of yours, and that's my only meal of the day for me is lunch. Well, if that works for you, then that's fine because I know everyone has like different sized stomachs as well. Like I know my other friend, another one of my friends has like their stomach is kind of like the size of a bird, and they could eat like one slice of pizza and they'll be okay for like the entire day. And I'm like, how are you like this? And can I be like this? Can I be like this? Can I be as fuel efficient as you are? Can I be as fuel efficient as you are? Because they can just eat one slice of pizza and be full for the rest of the day. And that's just the size of their stomach. That's not with surgery or anything like that. Because I know there's like certain surgeries that you can do on your stomach that will take out like half of your stomach for some reason. And well, some people have choose to do that. Don't know why, but it's probably mostly just like make an effort to like lose weight. Yeah, it's mostly an effort to like for them to like lose weight and things like that. That's why they get that surgery and all that stuff. But yeah, I wish I could be as fuel efficient as they are. Like, if they can just eat one thing and be okay for the entire day, that sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. And then be able to just like drink water. Drink water for the rest of the day. Speaking of, I need some water right now. My throat's kind of dying. But I'm usually not hungry. Ah, I see. As for me, I have like the normal hunger. So like I will eat like 3 times a day. You know, the usual breakfast, lunch, dinner. So a lot of times I tend to forget to eat, even though my stomach is telling me that I'm hungry. I still forget to eat, and then I pay for it later in the day. And my friends worry about me about that sometimes, and they tell me to go eat, and then yeah, and then I actually just go ahead and go eat because I don't want to make my friends worry. Even though I've already made them worry in the first place, I should stop. I should stop giving them a reason to worry about me about that. But it is how it is. I'm a very work focused person. When I start doing something, I tend to not eat. I just continue doing work. I just continue doing work and then kind of forget like a lot of other things in terms of like feeding my body other than water. It's very ingrained in me. Want some advice on this problem? Um, Not really. Not really. I think I'll be fine, honestly. I think I'll be fine. At least for the most part, I'll be fine. I managed to get this far in life, right? I managed to get this far. So I'm not entirely in danger of like keeling over because I'm kind of relatively strong in regards to that. You know, the strength of a merchant carrying all those boxes on and off my cart and all that stuff. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. That's all of that is always all of that is always welcome, except when it comes to like backseating in games, and then well, so far I don't play games that are backseatable, so I haven't had the backseating game problem yet. Just yet. I think the guards are tired of me talking, but I think they're not going to force me into anything just yet. And that's a good thing. I don't want to be forced into a game, into one of their games just yet. It's just nice being able to talk to everyone right now. It's just really nice to be able to talk to everyone in chat right now because it's kind of relaxing for me. Kind of just like a nice time to like wind down, just continue on and everything like that. But sometimes there are just days that, well, sometimes you don't want to do much. Sometimes just being able to communicate with everyone is just an amazing thing. Like, I really enjoy doing this. Even if I don't have, like, the best things to say, at least the best in my opinion. And in regards to that, I may sound nonsensical sometimes because sometimes I let my filter go and then I just start speaking my mind, and my mind is often slower than my mouth. And I'll be honest, I don't actually talk that much in real life. Like, even though I'm talking so much on stream right now, I actually don't talk that much in real life. Like, well, I would say I'm quite a different person in real life in regards to that. Like, and that's mostly ingrained into me in like certain other behaviors and how I grew up in regards to and how I grew up entirely. Then there's me who makes fun of you in games, but I love when I can talk to you. Yeah, I love when you guys can talk to me too. I love that. Like, it's great because I can go ahead and talk to you guys about just about anything. Just about anything that's happening in game, just about anything that's happening in the like general events. Not politics though. Not politics though, because I'd rather avoid politics on stream because those are not fun to talk about, and no one really likes to enjoy hearing that. And those can be relatively polarizing arguments. I deal with enough politics in the Merchants Guild already. I don't want to do that. I don't think anyone wants to hear that. Because, Merchant Guild politics is what landed me in this prison. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that after I get out, though. But it's fine. It's fine. That's just lore anyway. That's just lore anyway. Oh God, I am very excited to show you guys like lore for, well, my lore in general, because I also hate debating politics. Like, well, at home, yeah, that's kind of everywhere, and then other events that are currently happening on social media. It's not a fun thing to hear about, like, each and every single day. Like, I'd rather talk about my interests in regards to, like, anime and music. Speaking of, there was like a couple concerts here that ran, but I can't really talk about those on stream because, well, that would just completely dox me, and I don't want to do that. All I can say is nice rock and metal bands. There was like a nice couple bands that played like a couple days ago recently. And despite despite me liking this music, I tend to play like lo-fi girl music on my loading stream. On my not my loading screen. Well, it might as well be a loading screen at this point. Because it does say loading on my starting soon screen, and I tend to play like the lo-fi girl music on my starting soon screen. Though I could probably look into like using other music for my starting soon BGMs, but I just feel like Lo-Fi Girl just fits for the start because I don't necessarily have like an animated starting soon screen or anything like that just yet. They're in the works though. They are in the works. Probably won't be in time for like any kind of like debut, hint hint, any kind of like actual official debut. So it's kind of early for a debut. I don't think I'm going to be doing a full debut anytime soon, maybe a soft debut, but I technically already kind of did a soft debut when I did that first streams like a couple months. Well, I think it's now been like, damn, how many streams have I done? I think it's been almost a full month and a half since I first started actually streaming to Twitch. At the very least, I think anyway, it's yeah, roughly around there. And man, I can't wait to actually like do like a debut and just show you all the cool things that I'm working on. And there's also like a little bit of a surprise coming in December and all that stuff. It'll be fun to start streaming rock music from Hollywood Undead. I'll need to I'll need to unfortunately pick some songs that won't get me blasted by the DMCA police on Twitch. I would have to think about that as to not get blasted by DMCA on Twitch because that is one of my fears since that is I do work with certain policies. I do work with certain policies at work other than the usual GDPR. The usual GDPR and stuff like that. So I'm very familiar with like DMCA and I'm kind of paranoid about it. And that's why, even though I want to play DJ Max on stream, I know I can't play it because I might get nuked by the DMCA just for playing that game on stream. Just because, even though the music is part of the game, though there are collaboration musics that are not originally part of the game, which that one's fair game. That I can understand why they can do. Well, it's it's a music game. Music games are pretty much their main thing is just like the music itself. So I can understand why they would DMCA about that completely. Did you believe that's been a month since we've been here together? Yeah, I mean, it's been, yeah, it's, wow. I'll be honest. Thinking about it right now, even though to some people it's not that long, it is quite, it is quite a bit of time from like my first couple streams. Like back then I was not affiliate yet, and now I am affiliate. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to hit affiliate so soon because I didn't realize it was kind of like an automatic level up kind of thing on Twitch. I didn't realize that. Like it's the first time I've actually done like structured streams on a scheduled basis, not just showing for friends just randomly. You know, that kind of thing. It's like for a month, I came pretty far. For myself anyway. For myself, I consider it coming pretty far, which is amazing to me because I've never. Yeah, it is kind of funny. If I had put proper effort back then, if I had proper effort like I am right now back then, though, even now though, I don't consider what I'm doing now like kind of like proper effort. Like the little bit of effort that I did for like the very first stream, I would say is just like a little effort. Like I'm still I'm still not like fully 100% like pushing it still. Like I feel like I could do so much more and I know that I can do more because I played with OBS for like quite a long time, seeing what it can do. I've even used OBS as just a simple video recording software for just like recording like clips and everything like that. And OBS is like a very versatile tool. And man, OBS has come far from what it first looked like. And let me show you like how far it came. Like from like its early days. Like its early UI was not the greatest compared to what it is now. And well, it's like, and that's like it's managed by contributors on GitHub, Jim, and everyone else that's contributed to the project. It's like insane how far it's come since then. And I don't even remember when I got this. I don't even remember. That's been so long. Hang on, can I paste this here? No, I think I have to save the image first. Hang on. Hang on. Like this is one of the first why is it saving right there? Anyway. Let me pull it up. Like, and don't mind that the UI is in Japanese because I can actually read it. That's why it's in Japanese. So yeah, this is like this is like the first few renditions of OBS, and it looks awful. Oh, it was basic for its time. Actually, it's basic for its time. That's how we do in chat stream today. It's so nice to talk to you. Yeah, like I'm great with just chatting and everything like that. God, this is like in my face. It's like okay, like this is what OBS used to look like a long time ago. It kind of still looks like this today, but there's so much more features now. Like I could show you like what I had. Well, actually, I can't. Actually, I can't. But no, actually, I can just like show like a more public screenshot of it, just like someone else's screenshot, because I don't want to. Mine, mine's a kind of a bit of a mess, and it's kind of embarrassing to look at. Kind of, though it's the current one probably doesn't show like everything that OBS can do right now because I have like several different tabs. Do you know Japanese? I do know Japanese. I do know Japanese quite a bit actually. Because I use that for work. I don't really speak it on stream though because that's not what people are here for. It's not really what people are here for after all. すみませんがちょっと you know I that's super basic Japanese though. Like I'm sorry, but it's a bit I don't think anyone's here to really like hear that. I don't think anyone's really here to hear that really listen to that kind of thing. That kind of thing. ah I even know like a couple other languages. Like I do know Chinese, but the spoken language that I speak is a very dead dialect. It's a very dead dialect from my grandmother. Because honest to God, we the entire time I thought she was speaking Cantonese, but she was actually speaking Toisun, which is kind of like a more super hick old version of of Chinese. I don't think I can speak in Chinese anymore because it's been so long. It's been so long, and the only one person I actually ever spoke that to was my grandma, who was who's long gone now. I really wish she was still here, but other than that, no need to get sad over that, chat. Though, no need to get sad over that. It's such a long time ago, and she lived like a really good life. She was really strong. She was really strong. Like, I still don't understand how she could take a crab claw like that and be completely okay with it, unfazed, and just tear out the underbelly of a crab without flinching. And then it lets go, and it's like, woman, grandma, how strong are you? How strong was she? I don't understand. Like, it still blows my mind to this day. Like, my uncle will take a crab claw and scream like a little girl. My grandma takes that crab claw, doesn't flinch, doesn't say anything, and just proceeds to work on that crab for cooking. For cooking. It's like, mmm, mmm. This is the generational difference that I have to deal with. That's a generational difference. That's a generational strength difference. Uh, I really do miss my grandma though. She made the best food. I think I've said this on stream before, like, but she can make you green beans and rock. No, not rock. So beef and green beans with the garlic black bean sauce, and you could just eat the green beans by itself because it tasted so good, and it still tasted like the actual beef. So it's like you didn't really lose out on much. You might say that the taste of the beef probably overpowered it, but no, you could actually still taste the green beans. And it actually tasted amazing. Like I wish, I really wish I got that recipe because that's like Like it was cooked well because it was not mushy. It was nice. You could easily like bite into it, and you wouldn't have trouble like chewing it or anything like that. But it definitely was not mushy because mushy means that you cooked it for way too long, for way too long. And honestly, my mouth is watering because of it because I remember the taste of that dish, and it was like, oh, it was amazing. That was home cooking at its finest. That was home cooking at its finest, and it's a shame that I really could not learn that from my grandma actually, but it's what it is. It's what it is. I will miss that taste because I will. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you could, like I said, whole plate of green beans from that dish. You could eat that by itself, and it's like, mmm. I hate beans since elementary school. Ah, that's fair though. Not everyone likes beans though. Not everyone likes beans. God, I hope beans isn't actually in the chat because I know I have another friends that we nickname her Beans because that's just kind of how we met her on like VR chat a long time ago because she was like her avatar was like a little 3D bean can with stick arms and legs, and it was hella cute. And then after a while, like my other my other closer friends were able to like make a custom bean can avatar for her, and then she used that for a bit, and that's why we still call her Beans. Even though I think she is no, she's not allergic to beans. She's allergic to cats. Oh God, I hope she doesn't come onto the stream. Wait, no, she's free to come onto the stream because there's no cats on the stream. Absolutely no cats. No feline animals ever in the stream. Absolutely none, right, chat? Right, chat? No cats are here. There are no cats in this stream. Man, there was like a lot of other things that have happened back then. Like, man, I can't believe it's actually been like, it's been, God, actually, how long has it been? It's been 5 years since that happened, since I actually first got onto VR chat. And you know, honestly, like, I had like the Vive development, not the Vive development kit, but I've had the Vive for my first VR headset, and I didn't use it for the longest time. I actually like just stayed as a desktop user for the longest time for probably about a year. And then after another friend got like actual VR gear, that's they actually got like the first Oculus, which is actually mm, not like the Oculus Quest, but like the very first Oculus. And that was actually a really solid headset, even though it used like camera based tracking with constellation lights, but it had really good tracking. It's a shame that they retired it because it was really good. Like it was definitely cheap, but also really good. The problem is that they couldn't really replace the cable, and then the whole thing with Facebook buying Oculus out. God, yeah, right. It was called the Oculus Rift. Right, that's right. That's right. It was called the Oculus Rift, and then yeah, after they got the Oculus Rift, that's when I actually got into VR myself, and it's like, yep, yep, this is VR. It's a little bit strange, especially since the Vive itself has those weird wands, so there wasn't like any kind of like actual finger tracking, and the movement for that was actually terrible because they used trackpads and trackpad buttons to move around and interact with things, but they did still have the trigger and like the side buttons, so it wasn't too bad, but I definitely do not miss trackpad walk movement. I definitely do not miss trackpad movement or camera movement. And unlike most people who get like VR sick for like having smooth turning on, like I'm not one of those people that will get sick from smooth turning. Like I will actually like actively spin around my character, walk in circles, and not get sick in VR. The only thing that actually makes me get sick in VR is if there's like a disconnect in the speed of my character in game and then my body. If there's a speed disconnect, then I'll get sick. But if I know it's like if my brain perceives it as like normal, absolutely normal speed, then I will be fine. Like one of the few things I wore VR for the first time in high school during Christmas. The teacher played a game about falling from a skyscraper onto concrete. Oh, oh, uh, that's interesting. I don't remember hearing something like that. A game about falling from a skyscraper onto concrete. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. So there are like a lot of obscure like VR games that are definitely different from like VR chat, of course, which are well, honestly, they still need to like make more games for VR because well, honestly, it's hard to make games for VR. Mostly because there's just it's still just not like widespread. It was starting to grow during COVID time where everyone had to lock down. Where everyone had to lock down, so a lot of people started buying like the Oculus Quests and all that stuff. But yeah, yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, I wish there was more games in VR. I really wish, and I wish those games in VR. I wish those games in VR didn't just use like the floating hands and then the floating body. I want to see my arms. I want to see my legs in the game. But instead, they chose to go like the floating hand route, the floating body route for like most games. So you'll see that in like Rec Room. And honestly, that's kind of why like I like VR chat better because you can see your hands, your arm, your body, your legs, and you can control your legs if you have the full body gear, which I do have, and that's fun because you can reenact like a lot of stuff. You can practice a lot of things in VR chat with full body gear, but it is a very expensive uptaking because VR is not cheap. VR is definitely not cheap. To get into it is like the cost of a console. The cost of a console. We were home and Darker was asleep in the chair by 9 a.m. and didn't care for hours. Yeah, I wish it was like that for me during COVID time, but my company forced us to go to work still, to be in the office. They didn't really allow work from home unless it was like an absolute necessity, like if you actually had COVID. Like if you actually had COVID, then they allowed you to work from home. Yeah, they and when it first started, my company was being kind of awful about it. They were being kind of awful about it, but midway they started changing the policy because a lot of people started leaving the job, started leaving the job, and well, they shot themselves in the foot for that. They did shoot themselves in the foot for that because what were they expecting? They were forcing people to go into the office during that time, even though even though the city should have been locked down. Unfortunately, I was in a place where they didn't really enforce lockdowns. Rather, they did, but at the same time, it was so soft that it was like basically non-existent. But at the very least, it was effective enough that the traffic, at least the vehicular traffic, was actually a lot more laxed because of it, which was kind of nice for like other coworkers. For me, I like walking around everywhere. I will literally walk to and from work. I will literally walk to and from work, and I do not mind this at all because that's just how I am. I enjoy walking. I enjoy using my legs, even though I do have this soccer injury to my left ankle, and that will always still hurt. That will hurt for the rest of my life. But that's I'm so used to it now. But it's obvious that I can't do like a lot of sports that I used to be able to do. that I used to be able to do because the ankle didn't really heal properly, and I've mentioned that in another stream before. Ah, but hey, if it's something that lasts less than well, not really 5 minutes, I guess I've done this so long now that I can actually last. Let's see, how long have I lasted actually standing up? I think so far I've lasted at least, if I was standing constantly, which one of the days I was, and that was a lot of movement because I was moving a lot of equipment around. I was moving a lot of equipment around because I didn't have much help at the time because a lot of other people in my department they are not very, they do not focus on giving themselves like any kind of like lifting training or strength training or anything like that. Anything like that. Even though I knew that it was important to like keep my body in shape and all that stuff. In which case I let's see. So that day, I think I lasted at least 6 hours I couldn't take until I had to sit down in order to not be in pain from that ankle. To not be in pain from that ankle, yeah, about 6 hours. So as long as it's something that doesn't last 6 consecutive hours of standing, I'll be fine. Standing and walking around. Now, if I was running, it's probably gonna be like severely halved. It's probably gonna be like severely more less than that. But if I'm standing and walking around, I'll probably be fine. If I had to do like any kind of like running or any kind of like extensive footwork, yes, extensive footwork is how I should word it, I probably won't last as long. Because I know when I do like, since I do like actual historical European martial arts, so like longsword, things like that, one-handed arming swords, like anything with more extensive footwork, I last. Since those are like actually really quick, I last like maybe about an hour. Yeah, maybe about an hour until I actually have to sit down and rest for a bit because it's really hard. It's hard to enjoy any kind of sport with that kind of injury. It's, I can still walk, of course. I can still stand on my own 2 feet. It's just that I cannot last too long in a sports situation. Technically, in a sports situation, in a sports capacity. Ah, but that is what it is. A long time ago, I just have to deal with it now. And you would think that I'd have to deal with it more as a merchant too, but you know, I'm mostly sitting in a cart, riding it, and then the horses do the work for me. And the horses do the work for me. Oh boy, did you know, chat? Did you know a horse is like about 15 to 16 horsepower? It couldn't just be 1 horsepower. Ha ha hee hee ho ho. That's really a silly measurement. I don't understand that. Maybe there's like another thing about why they called it a horsepower, but aha. You would think 1 horse would equal 1 horsepower, but no, it's not. It's 1 horse equals about 15 to 16 horsepower. And it's like, okay, understandable. Have a great day. Speaking of, have you ever been kicked by a horse? It's the most painful experience ever. This happened such a long time ago. Like back when I was in high school, I had to go for like a group project. I had to, yeah. It was like one of my senior group projects for like an honors class. It was like an English honors class, and we were like just doing like silly clips for like seize the day kind of thing. Carpe diem, like a Carpe Diem collab video kind of thing. Oh, we ended up, since where I used to live was like a 1 square mile town surrounded by like rural areas and farms, I was still surprised that we still got cable internet there. We got cable internet there still somehow. I don't understand how, but we did. We did. But yeah. Oh, we went to like one of the other group members' homes, which was like out by the out by their farm, so they had their horses, their cows, their chickens. Like one of the skits that they wanted to do for the thing was just like, the usual horse riding and just standing next to the horse, patting the horse, brushing the horse, things like that. I got kicked by the horse. I got kicked by the horse really hard. That hurt so bad. Man, that is a different experience that I never really told anyone in my family. Like, like I was that definitely uh pushes the wind out of you, and God, God, that I must have like touched it in the wrong way, because that's God. I'm surprised that my bones were not broken during that time, because that kick was so hard. That kick was so hard. I'm so lucky they weren't wearing horseshoes either, because uh, that actually would have been worse if the horseshoe metal collided with my arm and my stomach, and oh, oh, I could just imagine that. That would oh, I'd think I'd be knocked out for the entire day, right? I'd be knocked out for the entire day. Yeah, that was a thing. Oh, the second part of the clip, I was also thrown off of the motorcycle. I was also thrown off the motorcycle just for comedic effect. I don't know why. We just kind of did that. We just kind of did that. We just wanted to throw me off the motorcycle. Speaking, I cannot ride motorcycles because I've never actually ridden a motorcycle. They just wanted me like just sit on it, just sit on it for that little skit, and then watch me get thrown off, because I'm I'm able to do like certain stunts. I'm able to do like certain stunts, like fall to the ground, things like that. I will willingly like throw myself to the ground. I I do it in the way that it doesn't hurt me. Everyone thinks that I get hurt from doing that, but it's like for me, I'm like, no, this doesn't hurt me at all. So like, so I could do things like make it like super realistic from an angle like where like someone kicks me and I could look like I got winded, knocked the hell out from that kick, and then land on the ground like full force, or rather looks like full force, but I'm completely fine. I'm completely fine. That kind of thing. Like a lot. Another thing that the only reason that I did that is because the actor Jackie Chan, he did his own stunts, and that kind of like inspired me to like do that just freely. But I would never do like the ballsy the ballsy stuff Jackie Chan has ever done, because the stuff that he did, the stuff that he did, it blows my mind that he was just able to like just do all that. He's just like, no, I don't need a stunt man. I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself, and it's like, ooh, like that's like full on respect for that man, that he was able to do things like that. Just himself. He put himself at risk, which is probably the stupidest thing in the world. And I understand that people probably consider it the stupidest thing in the world. That's what these stunt actors. That's what stunt actors are for. That's what stunt actors are for. So they can do the things for you, so you, the actor, do not actually get hurt. But Jackie Chan just straight up did his own stunts, and that just made his acting a bit more realistic, more more winded. But he was used to this kind of thing, because he actually like practiced martial arts and things like that. Like, I love Jackie Chan too. Like, I love like all the old movies. Like, there are definitely more movies than just Rumble in the Bronx. I just can't remember. I can't remember like the other movies he was in, other than the usual movies that we know that he's been in today, like Rush Hour, God, Rush Hour was a mess. For some reason, like Rush Hour 1 and then 2, and then I don't know why they dropped the ball on Rush Hour 3 and then made, made his character like partially Japanese. It's like, what? Like, maybe I'm remembering wrong because I was pretty sure when he played the character Lee in Rush Hour, it was fully Chinese. But then they just made him partially Japanese in Rush Hour 3, and I was like, what? What? Yeah, I don't consider Rush Hour 3 like part of. Uh, it upsets me. Rush Hour 3 upsets me because I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be good after a long time after Rush Hour 2. But yeah, other than that, he's been in a couple other movies. I didn't really enjoy Karate Kid, the new Karate Kid. I was like, that new one wasn't really good. At least in my opinion, it wasn't really good. Like they could have done so much more, but it was disappointing. It was disappointing. But the other movies that Jackie Chan was in, there was I just can't remember them. There was like another one that was not really recent, but a couple years ago, and it was him basically. It may as well have been Jackie Chan was basically John Wick, except instead of his wife and his dog being murdered, it was his it was his sister, right? Yeah, it was his sister. It was his little sister, and then he went ahead and just went and found these people that caused this incident that he was unrelated to, but he only got into it because his sister died in that accident, and basically murdered every single person that was involved in the cause of that accident. I enjoyed that movie. I just can't remember the title of that movie. I don't remember. No, no, I think it was called The Foreigner. Yeah, it was called The Foreigner. Let me double check on that because I was pretty sure it was called The Foreigner. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Was it The Foreigner? Yeah, The Foreigner, 2017 film directed by Martin Campbell. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, wait. This was based on a novel, actually. Based on a novel written in 1992. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, actually. Huh. Hmm. Interesting. I never knew that. I never knew it was based off a novel from a long, long time ago. Huh. Well, well. I might want to actually read that novel. Hmm. Maybe another time, though. I have plenty of time while I'm in these cells really, really. As you can see, I can't do much though. I really should be moving myself around because I can't imagine just like sitting around here talking, doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing, chat. Doing absolutely nothing. Can I actually rotate this freely? Yeah, I can rotate this. Like oh god, I have no body. I forgot I have no body on this on the other side of that. Ah, yeah. Um Also, anyone that was expecting a game right now, I'm sorry that I haven't gotten to a game just yet. I'm sorry that I haven't. God, I wasn't here now. Mom came to my room and asked me who you are. I had to tell her everything. Hello, Dark Rebels Mother. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. My name is Lacus Awkwhite. I'm a traveling merchant, currently behind bars. You're probably not amused at me being behind bars, so. But yes, hello, welcome. Probably a bit of an awkward situation, but I am just your merchant VTuber, just sitting here and talking with everyone in my chat. Well, honestly, I hope it wasn't like too stressful that that your mom came into your room. You told her everything, but hey, all we're doing here is just chatting, playing games, things like that. All those kinds of things. Nothing fishy here. Sounds fishy when I say that, of course. Of course, I'm not very convincing since I'm literally behind these bars. But yeah. Other than that, yeah. Anyone that's expecting a game today, sorry that I haven't actually, haven't gotten to a game yet. Mostly because the guards haven't decided what game I should play just yet. But honestly, I'm fine with that. If they just want to let me sit here and talk, that is completely fine too. I'm fine with that. After all, sometimes lax days are just okay. They're just okay. There's nothing wrong with just lax days, of course. And of course, it's also very important that if you have things to do, hey, I'm not forcing you to stay here. In fact, if you really have something to do, go do them. Really go do them. I'm not forcing you to stay here or anything like that because I don't want to be like that. That's not who I am. That's not who I am after all. But yeah. Yeah, if anything, Jackie Chan was definitely like one of my childhood heroes growing up. Mostly because of who he is, what he did. Nowadays, man, I since he does have a son now, and his son has done unfortunately questionable things. But you don't really hear about that much anymore. So I imagine his son's got his act together, and I'm sure his father's already has already let him have it like quite a few times. If Asian parenting is the same across the board, he's probably let him have it quite a few times now. And boy, when you grow up in an Asian family, it's kind of normal that you yeah, that's kind of normal actually. When you grow up in an Asian family, it's just like you get beat, yeah, you get beat, and it's just kind of a normal thing, and then you just don't do it. Mentally, you just don't do it, along with any kind of like other emotional damage. Oh, yeah, yeah. But hey, she said, "What if you're a troublemaker?" So I kicked her out of the room. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, don't fight with your family. Well, either way, as long as everything's okay, just don't, like, your family's with you, like, thick and thin. There are some, there are some exceptions in case of, like, your family's being, like, really, really nasty to you. Like, really, really nasty. But other than that, your family's with you, through thick and thin, so try not to, like, fight with your family too much. I know, like, it's normal to butt heads in the family, but that's because your family tends to like it's family. We tend to love each other and all that stuff. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I understand. You're only trying to defend my honor. You're only trying to defend this merchant's honor, and thank you for that. But yeah, but yeah, I don't like it when I hear that family is fighting each other, and I know like other friends are having similar issues, but not in that way, but you know, things like that that I'm not gonna really say on stream because there's no reason to. There's no reason to go into those certain topics when we can just sit back and relax here after all. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Don't fight with your family. Like it's fine to have like your beliefs and everything like that. Just like don't go don't go too far. Your family's with you there forever. At least for the most part anyway. Yes, 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 yes. Am I okay? Oh, yeah, no worries. Nah, you're good, you're good, you're good. After all, I am just the VTuber. I am just the cringe lord behind bars. I am just the merchant that sells things, the merchant of Versailles. No, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't even think I said. I don't even think I said that correctly. I think I screwed that pronunciation up completely. Aha. Other than that, it's okay. We'll all be okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad that everyone's here to enjoy the stream after all. That you're here to enjoy the stream. Everyone else is here to enjoy the stream. Things like that. Things like that. And thank you, anyone that's lurking as well. I hope you're enjoying my voice, the sound of my voice. Me just talking random things right now. I may not be playing exactly like anything right now, but hey, it's fine. It's fine, right? Not everything has to be. Not everything has to be like a game day after all. So sometimes some people like to watch things more than just a relatively still image that's just bouncing up and down in front of the screen, kind of like me. You know, kind of like me because I don't really do much right now. I don't have anything that I can use for a bit. You know, a bit, a funny little bit. Because I am not a joker. I am not the funniest person around, and I know that. And I know that. But you know, you don't always have to be the funniest person around. But sometimes that's what being an entertainer is about. But there are different forms of entertainment other than humor, other than humor, right? Right? But you know, it just be that way sometimes. Not to worry, though. Really, though, we'll all be okay. We will all be okay. We sit back and relax. Oh, other than that, there's what was it again? What was it again? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, chat. But I just can't remember off the top of my head what else that I wanted to go over. Hmm. Because other than that, one of these days, one of these days, I'm gonna end up actually singing on stream, but not in like any kind of professional capacity at all, because, but just I just felt like it. And you know the game that's probably gonna do that to me? It's probably gonna be Yakuza during the karaoke mini games. During the karaoke mini games, that's probably when I'm going to end up like accidentally singing on stream. I just don't like it when someone insults my friends. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. If your friends are someone that's worth defending, hey, defend them. And hey, if your friends are ever having problems, help them out as well. At least to the best you can without hurting yourself. Remember, always put yourself first before anyone else. You can still help your friends out in different ways without putting yourself in danger, after all. Yeah, there's always other ways. And hey, let's just say it's just something like, what if you can't do anything but there's nothing you can do? Hey, if anything, remember, if I don't know if anyone's actually watched Boondocks, because I know I didn't actually watch Boondocks, but I watched that specific clip. If there's if there's if there's a situation where you can't do anything but there's nothing you can do, just do what you can. You know, just do what you can, and that's all anyone ever will ever ask of you. Hey, it's fine. So there's some things that you can't do, and that's okay. And that's okay. Just do what you can, because you know what you can do. So you can do those, right? And you'll find that a lot of people end up like liking you for it. Like another one of my friends, like he goes by that same philosophy. There are things that he can't do, but the things that he can do, he'll do it, and he'll do it well, because that's what he can do. And because he can do that, he's well liked among his own. among his other friends as well. And it's really good because you just goes to show that you don't have to go like completely out of the way trying to do something that you normally can't do, and then end up like making the situation worse. Just do what you can do. It's just that simple. And simple is best. Simple is really best. Some things may not turn out the way you'd like it to, but hey, you're doing what you can do, and you're doing the best at it. So don't let it get you down. Be proud of what you can do. Be proud of what you can do because you've gotten this far so far, right? Right? Just like what I'm doing right now. I'm doing what I can do. I may not be doing it well, but I'm doing what I can do, right? Right? Then like one day I'll get out of these bars. Like I'm good at being behind these bars for everyone here. Not because I want to, but that's because that's what I can do. I'm doing my best behind these bars. Yeah. Right. One of these days though. Like, hey. And there's also and despite saying that, there's nothing wrong with trying things new, trying to learn things new, things like that, but stick to your guns. In a metaphorical way, not like in actual guns, but stick to what you know best. Stick to what you can do best, right? But again, there's nothing wrong with like learning. Of course, there's nothing wrong with learning if you're doing everything that you can. Speaking of like when I tried doing live 2D stuff, like actually like doing the model work for it, there's some extensive stuff in it that's not always gone like there's many tutorials about it. There are definitely many tutorials about live 2D modeling, and well, the art definitely has to be able to facilitate that. Definitely be able to facilitate that because there's some things that cubism can't do and all that stuff. But you can do everything in life. You know what to expect from him. I'm only 23 and I don't even know what a job is. Ah. Oh, but you'll find out soon. You'll definitely find out in the future for sure. And during that, just do what you can do. Mm-hmm. Live 2D is a funny beast, though. Cubism, the program for making it, is definitely a different beast. Because when there are more layers, you have a lot more work to do. When there's more layers, you have a lot more things to animate. And, ooh, long hair. When hair gets longer and dresses get more frilly, the more work you have to do for that animation and making sure that all the physics work out okay and making sure that each and every angle work out okay. Like, well, there's three angles, X, Y, Z. And despite live 2D being, well, 2D images, they tried to mimic and, well, they tried to like make 3D the best they can for a 2D image, which is actually kind of amazing. Like when I first saw it, when I first saw live 2D be a thing, that kind of blew my mind, being able to see things move and things like that. I was like, ooh, it's not just a GIF. It's not. Yes, chat. I say GIF, GIF, GIF. I do not say GIF, as in like JIF. I actually just say GIF because that's what makes sense to me. But and I will. Well, I'm not going to exactly die in this hill for GIF, but that's just my stance on it. It's a G, and I'm just going to say GIF because that's honestly that's how I learned it in the first place. And then PNG, BMP, God, that's the other thing that I never knew the actual pronunciation of, the word GUI in the programming world, they actually just say it as GUI. When I first saw it, I thought it was just GUI. Like, I'll be honest, I just went with GUI. I didn't know they straight up just pronounce it GUI. Like, it's like, oh, is that what we're gonna do? And this is when I was like first starting out and actually like learning programming. I don't know what I can and can't ask you. Honestly, you can just uh, just ask the question, and then I'll let you know if I can or can't answer it. Like, you don't have to you don't have to like do like you know you don't have to be afraid though. Do keep in mind, just keep it like TOS. Just keep it TOS. And that's really anyone asks for, and I'll let you know if I can or can't answer that. Yeah, just don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, you're free to ask questions. Anyone is free to ask questions. After all, I'm just kind of sitting here chatting with everyone anyway, so hey, whatever gets the ball rolling, right? Whatever keeps it and starts it, keeps it rolling, things like that. Speaking of, God, growing up, I actually never knew how to use a yo-yo. I never knew how to use a yo-yo for the longest time, and then it was like, what, high school, where I actually finally learned how to use the yo-yo because I didn't really get much time to actually play with like certain toys or anything like that. God, I had like a lot of toys when I was young. And I know I had like model kits too, and that was really just the Zoids model kits that I had. JoJo was a terrible toy. Steamrollers. It was a thing. We can just simply say it was a thing. Like there was like when I was young, one God, I say when I was young as if I was like an old man, but I'm not an old man, damn. I'm not an old man, dang it. Like growing up for sure, I was actually like I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot when I was young. At least with the limited amount that I had as a kid, as I only had like certain VHSs. Well, yeah, video cassette tapes because that's what we had. That's what we had. So I like as a kid, I tended to like only watch like certain episodes because it wasn't usually on TV, if ever, if ever. So there's only like certain episodes and certain movies. The live action movies always kind of like weirded me out. But I was like, I still watched them as a kid. Still watched them. Oh, another note. There is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game that's on Steam now. I need to remember that actually. I need to remember that's a thing because I really like playing like arcade beat 'em ups, like way back then, back when arcades was a thing. When I was little, people in their 40s seemed old to me. Guess I haven't. No, no, no. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Besides, I haven't even said what my actual age was on stream yet, and I don't want to because I still think I'm young. I definitely know that I'm not an old man. I definitely know that I'm not an old man because, well, if I was an old man, I would probably complain about like back pains, arthritis pains, other sorts of pains, things like that. But no, I don't actually complain about that. I don't actually complain about that, do I? Yeah. Yeah. So I would say I'm relatively young and healthy. I am young and healthy. I am young and healthy. That's not a relative thing. uh, yeah, for the most part. Oh, another note, like what your voice does. Funny thing about my voice, I would say I probably sounded like this for the longest time. And everyone when I was sorry, it was my bad. I'm sorry. No, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I do not mind that. I really do not mind that at all. Yeah, growing up, yeah, from before, like everyone, because I was the way I am, they thought I would always have like the highest pitched voice, and then they actually hear me talk, and they go, "What the?" They go, "What the?" and things like that, because they don't expect my voice to be this deep for how I looked, for how I looked entirely. Because you don't expect that kind of voice. Like, well, at least they didn't expect that kind of voice out of me, because my voice is, well, as you can hear, my voice is what it is. And well, back then, and still in reality, I don't talk much. I don't talk much, chat. But here I'm talking a lot because, I want to talk to everyone because I'm starved of like conversation like a lot of the time. I'm so starved of a conversation a lot of the time because I don't get to talk much. I really don't get to talk much. Even at work. Even at work, I don't get to talk much. And that's kind of my fault because a lot of times I tend to, like, with the way I am, I tend to tiptoe around people because I don't know what makes people tick. I don't know what offends certain people. I don't want to make people mad because that's not what I'm all about. The last thing I want to do is make people mad. Unless it's like something unavoidable, in which case there's nothing I can do to help that. The only thing I can do is just try to diffuse the situation the best I can because a lot of times I don't mean any harm. I really don't mean any harm or anything like that. But yeah, I'm starved of like actual conversations, so that's why I talk a lot on my stream. Or at least I think I talk a lot on stream. I think I do. Other people probably not. Other people probably not, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times, because I'm usually to and from work, and then speaking with my other friends, that's usually through text, and then sometimes through voice call, I'm like very curt, very brief, like definitely at work, very curt, very brief, give me the information and be on with our day kind of thing. I don't really leave much room for conversation, even though I should. But I'm at work. I usually have like that work mode kind of thing going on. So it's like, as much as I want conversation, I do this to myself. I do this to myself every single time. But then there's like a couple people that will actually make the effort to talk to me. It's like, oh well, okay, I will try to answer the best I can, and then try to see if I can actually like if I can try to be able to continue off of like my last line. Yeah, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Oh, that's painful sometimes. That is a little painful. No, don't worry about that. Don't say sorry about that. Don't say sorry about that. If you say sorry too much, sometimes that happens with. I write with someone from morning to night every day, and we always have a new topic. Yeah, yeah. Like there's like a lot of other things that I could talk about, and then sometimes I forget to talk about them. Like there's always like a couple topics that I actually want to go over like before stream. Like I'll list down some topics before stream, but I don't actually write them down. I don't actually write them down, and I really should. And I really should, but I'm not. At the same time, I'm kind of like freeform. I don't really structure myself that much during like my chatting parts, my chatting segments of my streams, and that kind of thing, because God, I don't even know what I want to say. I don't even know what I want to say sometimes, and that's another issue because it's like at times I will speak and then my internal filter turns on. And it's like, hey you, stop talking right now. And it's like, oh, okay, myself, okay, my own filter. I'll stop talking. I'll just stop. And then that's just kind of how it is sometimes for me. But other than that, I say other than that a lot. I say a lot of I say a lot of certain words a lot, and even though I don't mean to. It's like my it's like my filler speech. It's my filler speech, and that just happens so often. It annoys me a little bit because that's just kind of how it how I am, so I kind of annoy myself a bit, even though I shouldn't be. Even though I shouldn't be, but at the same time, I don't stress out about it at all. I don't stress over about it because, like, well, that is what it is. That's how I am. That's just how I am. Like, I don't let things get to me, though I know I probably should let things get to me a lot more, but it's just like, is it worth it to is it worth it for me to get like super super upset about it? It has to be like something like super super important for me to get upset about it. Like for certain things, despite how I sound, I will defend my friends to the death. At least if I think they are in the right and they have done nothing wrong and that they have you know, you know, are within their full well intentions, that they have not manipulated anything or anything like that. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Like, I am loyal. At least I would like to think that I'm loyal. Maybe I'm not the loyalist because I'm a merchant. If I get the certain deals and then I'm able to profit off of it, then I will because that's just what merchants do. But if I have for my certain close friends, I will definitely defend them to the death, especially if their logic is sound, nothing's particularly wrong or anything like that. That kind of thing. Because trust me, I will defend my friends with my life, even if I have to throw myself in front of them. If I have to throw myself in front of them, even though I probably shouldn't for my own health, for my own safety, for my own safety. Because I'm a guy that will just I am willing to get down and dirty if I have to. And by that I mean like actually work with my hands, that kind of thing. I don't mean like assassinations or anything like that. Do you really expect a merchant to assassinate anyone? No, no. I'm just a merchant. I don't do things like that. I don't do things like that. I just hire guards. I hire mercenaries just to do my everyday work with traveling to each and every village and city and then trade goods. And my God, will I trade those goods? You see those crops? uh, yeah. I say I know the nicest person I could ever meet. No, a lot of things I'm pretty I'm pretty sure like a lot of my family says I get a lot of things from my mother's side, which probably isn't wrong at this point because I do not have my father's hair. I do not have my father's eyes. I do not have my father's skin. Like I I don't think I have anything from my father other than the fact that I am a guy. And that is literally it. That's literally it. And other than the fact that I can actually that I'm taller than my dad. So I definitely feel like I was probably like the shortest in school because like the average height for guys like back then, well, not really back then, but but back in high school, I feel like I was the shortest. Like I'm like 5'7", like 5'7" inches. So like, and everyone was like literally like 6 foot, 6 foot or above. So I was pretty sure I was the shortest guy in school. Pretty sure I was the shortest guy in school. If there was anyone else, I never saw them ever, ever, ever. Yeah. And 5'7" isn't that short, even though nowadays it is definitely considered that short. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm probably the shortest among my coworkers too, at least among the male coworkers. If I could say something about, I like them, but it annoys them that they treat me like a little girl. Uh, I mean that's what parents do. Like you are their kid, they will always treat you as if you were their little baby because their grandparents did the same to them, no matter how old they got to. And that's just kind of how it is because, they're your parents and to them you're their child after all. And it's kind of always how it's going to be. Like, and honestly, because of that, I would say don't sweat as much as you want to like that you are an adult right now. 100% are an adult right now. Your parents are always going to treat you as a kid, and people that are older than you will always treat you as if you're a kid, even though you're already way past 18. Why is it so hard? I don't have a good answer for that, unfortunately. There is a reason, and well, I think one of the reasons that they want to see you be successful, they want to see you grow. That's why they try to do their best to like guide you even after you reach past the age of 18 because they're also still getting older. So they will always still see you as like their child. And that's I know it's hard and I know it's not easy. It is kind of how it is though. The best thing you can do is just not to mind it, but also at the same time try not to get mad at them for it too. Even though I know it's hard because I've been there. I still am there. I've been there and I'm still am there because like I'm pretty sure my uncle still sees me as a kid. My aunt still sees me as a kid. My father would still definitely see me as a kid. My grandparents would definitely still see me as their grandchild no matter how old I would get. uh, and then I also have like my great grandparents who are still around. They are still around, actually. They have survived longer than my actual grandparents. Oh my god, how old are they now? Because if you look at them, you would never guess that they are like 100 years old. You would never guess that they're 100 years old. They look like they're at least 60. Like they look like they're 60 for age 100. Maybe that's just just the genes that just kind of run the family, but still, it's like, huh, huh. Did I am I one of the lucky ones that inherited these genes? Though it seems, at least for me, while I may have inherited most of my mother's features, I have seemed to have grown. To be honest, it probably disappointed them. I don't have a high school diploma. And I don't have a job at the labor office taking the anti-presidency. Uh, well, it's the best thing you can do is like do your best to take your mind off it. And honestly, like I said before, just do what you can do. Do what you can do, because that's the best thing anyone asks for. If they aren't. But anyway. Yeah, we're here now. Not to worry. Not to worry. Not to worry. Not to worry. Because in the end, as long as you're doing what you can do, you'll succeed in life. You will go far. You will go far, actually. And I already said this like earlier in the stream. Like there are things some people can do and can't do, and it's fine. It's fine. You just have to do it. Well, not just have to do it, but again, like I said before, and I'm like literally a broken record. Do what you can do. uh, but yeah, you'll be fine, Dark Rebel. You'll be fine. Like, just really try not to get things. Try not to let it get caught up in you. Like, the stress over it is only. The stress over it is only like relatively more detrimental. I know it's not hard to let go. I know it's not hard to let go of that kind of thing. It's easier said than done, I know. But hey, focus on what's important, right? You keep your sights on the goal and just make every step of the way. And you'll do fine. You'll do great. You'll do great. Yes, because I'm doing that same thing after all. It matters not what the funny numbers on Twitch say. It doesn't matter what funny numbers on that Twitter say. I'm still gonna do the things that I'm doing. I'm still gonna do the things that I'm gonna be doing. Because that's what I can do. No, I support me and stuff like that. I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's what we're here for. Keep in mind though, I am not an armchair. I'm not an armchair therapist because therapy is that one's like a hard job, and I'm definitely not qualified for therapy. Not a qualified therapist at all. But I do my best. I'll do my best. But hey, you got this. But anyway. I am glad that everyone's here to talk with me here. I am glad for that. I don't usually. I think this is probably so far the longest I've actually done like just chatting so far. Actually, because I usually don't do that for long periods of time. I usually get into the game like after like 20 to 30 minutes or so. You know that kind of thing. Ooh, I do. What's this? What's this? What is this? Ah, okay. All right. Okay. I know it's been I know it's been kind of like a shorter stream than usual. I think I am feeling that my actual social battery is actually running low. I think my social battery is actually talking is not talking is running low right now. So it's like, oh, like I looked at the time, I was like, oh, and then my energies just kind of hit me. It's like, oh, my body. Oh, I see. It's already time. It's even though I went on for so much longer than this. I feel like I could go another hour, but my social battery is telling me, hey, Lachesis, you gotta take a rest. You gotta take a rest. Like, oh, God, no, not yet. Lachesis, no, no, not yet. I can still go. I can still go. That kind of thing, you know. But anyway, in order for me to simply put it, not zonk out for the rest of the day, I think we should probably just like raid someone right now because my social battery is like draining, like starting to drain like really faster than usual. Not just because we've been talking for like such a long time. But it's like, huh, hmm. I think it's mostly because of last night's stream and then going into this stream like so quickly, like in like yeah, last night is definitely not like my usual time to stream after all. And going into it like less than 24 hours already. Yeah, I think yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Because I'm definitely like running low energy now. It's probably because I'm also hungry. It's probably because I'm also hungry. I'll be honest. It's probably because I'm also hungry too. But yeah, hey, it's been like really good chatting with everyone. I really do enjoy the company. But anyway, it's for now. I'll definitely be back. Not later today, but at the usual time on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then, everything like that. Quiet about last stream? Yeah. No worries. It's okay. That stream was in the past. This is now the present. This is now the present. We are here. Okay. But no joke, chat. I really should. Oh God. Okay. Yep, that is. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid someone. I am starting to. I'm starting to. My brain is starting to shut down on me. Actually, and by shut down, I just mean like energy low shutdown. I need a recharge, basically. I basically need a recharge. So again, sorry for cutting the stream a bit earlier than usual. In this case, yeah, earlier than my usual, so I'm sorry about that. But I'll make it up to you next time for sure on the next stream. So let's go ahead and raid someone. I know my friend Beboppers. They are doing PS1 horror games right now. So let's go ahead and watch them. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and watch them. Come and join me to watch them do like PlayStation 1 horror games. It looks like they're playing Concluse. They are playing Concluse right now. Let's go ahead and watch them together, right? And recharge together, right? Alright, again, thank you all for coming. And I'll see you next time. I will see you guys next time. I'll put up a schedule tonight on my Twitter. And I'll put up the schedule on Twitch, of course, because that's what I can do. Alright, let's go. Let's raid Beboppers.